And it's time for Wednesday's Bible Review and Preview. Let's start by reviewing about the paralyzed man being healed at the pool of Bethesda. Did you like that pool? Wouldn't you just love to go swimming there? Well, did you listen? What did Jesus say was the reason that the man became sick? Now, since we're talking about sickness, I've invited Darla Doctor. So, Dr. Darla, will you come and answer a few of these questions for us? Let's see if she was listening to yesterday's video. Dr. Darla? Well, hello there, boys and girls. All right, I have a few questions for you, and you just go ahead and see if you can answer them. I don't know. Questions make me nervous. Well, we just want to know if you were listening yesterday. I was. All right, let's see. You look a little bit afraid. I'm really afraid of one thing. What's that? Germs! Oh no, germs! Isn't that what caused man to be sick? Well, there are other ways you could get paralyzed. It could have been an accident. That maybe he was riding his bike. No, bikes hadn't been invented. Well, he couldn't have been riding in a car because a car hadn't been invented. Maybe he fell somehow. Okay, so I'll ask the question and you try to answer for the boys and girls, all right? Okay. All right, here's the question. Why did Jesus say the man had become sick? I think Jesus said, don't sin anymore because something worse might happen to you. So that would imply that he had done something wrong. Very good, Darla. That's right. Sometimes when we sin, we get away with it, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes God knows about it, and he can chasten us and discipline us, just like our parents would, because he cares about us and he wants us to learn lessons. Oh, yes, but Jesus had compassion on him and healed him, so he didn't have to feel the full discipline of his sins. So we don't know how that happened, but Jesus knew that it was because he sinned. Oh, does that mean every time something bad happens, that means that I've been bad? Some people think that way, but that is not what the Bible said. There are lots of bad things that happen to people in the Bible who were doing the right thing and doing the good thing. So we don't know, but God knows, God sees. And here's another question for you. You ready? Okay. All right. What did Jesus say the Pharisees were planning to do to him? He said that they were going to kill him. Yes, he could see in their mind. I'm glad I can't read people's minds, but Jesus could. But was he afraid of them? No. Good. Now, here's another one. All right, you ready? Okay. What is it? Go ahead. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to tell you the answer. All right. Why did the Pharisees persecute Jesus and want to kill him? Because he had a lot of germs? No. I don't think I know that one. Well, because they said he made himself to be equal with God. But he was equal with God, boys and girls. That's right, he was. So they were wrong, and that's why he tried to persuade them. Do you think he persuaded them? It sure didn't look like it. No, it didn't look like it. Some people will never be persuaded. Now, with your persuasive letters, I really like the ones I read. And I think you were very good at persuading the people you were writing to. At least I think they're going to definitely be thinking about it. But remember, people still have a free will and we cannot make them do things for us. So I hope that your persuasive letter persuades somebody. But if it doesn't, don't be disappointed. Jesus was not able to persuade the Pharisees either. Oh, that's sad. It is is sad, especially when you miss out. You know, the Pharisees miss out on who Jesus really was. All right, now today we're going to have John chapter 6, just part of it, about the feeding of the 5,000. So, Darla Doctor, say goodbye, and I'm going to talk to them a little bit more. Bye, kids. See you later. Stay away from germs. All right. She's very concerned about everybody at this time of year. All right. Let's see. Today you're going to watch the feeding of the 5,000. And so let's preview that a little bit. You have probably heard this story before in chapel, where the boy brings the loaves and the fish, and Jesus multiplies it to feed 5,000 people. Or probably more than that, but it says 5,000 men, and so their families, wives and children, could have been there also. But at the end, and this is what I want you to listen for, because I bet you don't know it. At the very end, because of the miracle, the people decide to do something. What do they decide to do? And what does Jesus do because of what they decide to do? All right, one decision can affect another. And remember, if somebody's sick or going through a hard time or something bad has happened to them, you know, there can be several reasons. One could be just that the earth is cursed and we have germs, we have accidents. There are things that just don't go well here on planet Earth, things that don't always go well. And remember that God can discipline, but just because something has happened bad does not mean that the person is bad, because God says that He is able to use suffering to accomplish good. So He has a plan, even through our suffering. When you think of Joseph, remember he had the coat of many colors and his brothers mistreated him and very many bad things happened to him. But God was using those things to actually help him to grow and learn and become a better person, and eventually so that God could use him as a leader to help his country and help his family and help people. Now, today you can get started on this, and on Friday we'll go over. You might not know all the answers. It's a crossword. If you don't like doing the crossword, just fill in the blanks, and we'll go over it on Friday. See how many of them you can get. Let's go over our Bible memory verse, and that will be it for today, except then you're going to watch the short 5-minute video of feeding of the 5,000. All right, here we go. Do the actions with me. Don't make me do them by myself. Ready? 1 Corinthians 15, 3 through 6. For I delivered first of all that which I also received, how that Christ died for our sins according to the Scriptures, and that He was buried, and that He rose again the third day according to the Scriptures, and that He was seen of Cephas, then of the 12. After that, He was seen of above 500 brethren at once, of whom the greater part remain unto the present, but some are fallen asleep. Good. Let's work on verse 4 again. And that He was buried, and that He rose again the third day according to the Scriptures. Good job. Keep working on it. I'll talk to you tomorrow.